Yo guys, Theo here on Common Sense. I've been out here in the morning doing some solar night stuff, slinging my pretend sword, as a means of warming up for the day. You know, the first exercise of the day is the most difficult one because the body hasn't fully started going yet. So it's nice if you can make it, just playful, so it's more fun. You enjoy yourself. It's not like, I have to do these push-ups, I have to do these pull-ups. No, I go out fucking slinging my sword in the sun as the true solar knight. So, recently there's been a huge influx of people that want to join the ranks of the Solar Knights. The Solar Knight Academy, that's what I should call my coaching. It will be a thing, guys, becoming a Solar Knight. But so, in my life, it's mainly guys, of course, which makes sense that mostly men would seek out the kind of advice I have to give. Well, because I am a man, and I would, I would say that it's a very masculine tone I have when I talk. I don't mean my literal voice. I'm happy with my voice too, but I mean like the messaging. But of course, it will speak to the right kind of woman too. And so you can be solar maidens along with the solar knights. But well, there's been an influx, both that the YouTube channel hit 3,000, thank you so much, but also just when you are in this high state and have this solar energy, people are just drawn to you. Everyone wants to be in the sun and they want the light. They see you shining and they're not shining as bright themselves, but they can see it. And so I've identified what the most typical person that looks up me, looks me up or seeks me out for my help. What the typical person is. I've noticed that, of course I know a lot about the training, the nutrition, the fasting, the body, the nervous system, stress, recovery, all the shit. But most guys that seek me out, and women, girls by the way, they often know a whole lot on their own. In fact, they know enough to be able to get, somewhere pretty good. The lack of information is not, well, what's lacking for them to reach the results they'd like. It's the lack of execution. Now, it's the final thing. Nice that he's carrying that away now. But the final thing needed with all the shit is to execute. Fucking execute. And of course, people seek you out for your expertise with the training, nutrition, fasting, all that too. But I'll tell you right now, there's nothing 95% of what I feel I know is through experience, just doing the thing. And that's the thing, when you feel like, because a lot of people, they get stuck in this place where they're like, I don't feel ready yet, there must be something, I don't feel like I know everything yet, I don't feel like I know that when I wake up tomorrow and decide I'm on this diet now, I'm on this training program now, I just don't I can't really see that this is gonna get me where I want. And that's the thing. The final thing you have to do is find this out by doing it on your own. That's what I've done. I looked into a bunch of YouTube videos and all that too, but it's mainly because I kept executing this and I'm consistent and I want to improve. This is tied to a higher value. It's not a must. It's not, oh, I have to do this tough shit to reach my goal. Yeah, to some extent, sometimes you just gotta push through even when you don't want to. But I have this higher value. I want to become the strongest and healthiest person that I possibly can be. So I will just keep this up. I will keep the process up. And that's the thing. Love the process, growth mindset. These are the things you really need. Anyone could know nothing except the fact that it's possible to build muscle. And if they wanted it enough, even without no internet and living alone on a fucking island with just some rocks and shit, if they kept trying, they had the food too, of course, but if they kept trying, they would build muscle in the end. And so all the guys come to me because they see that they kind of know without really knowing. They think that it must be some final secret that Theo has that he can share with me so I can finally do this. Well, the final secret is I don't know that much more than you. And the things I do know, it's not because someone told me, because I read it in the right book or watched the right YouTube video. It's because I've been doing this shit. You learn by doing. So what I do with my coaching a lot is I'm figuring out, I help out, of course, with coming up with a good training program, fasting routine that works for this person, etc. That's part of it, of course, but so so much of the process is not about just executing the reps and eating the food or not eating the food if you're fasting. So much is figuring out your patterns. Why do you fail? Why do you want to skip out sometimes? When are your weak moments? Why? How come? Why is this thing? Why is someone better at staying off the junk food but doesn't like the training, and for someone else they can train and enjoy the training but then they will end up binging on junk food? And figuring out all the people, they have a bunch of explanations, they call it, but it's excuses really. And something you say can be an excuse and explanation at the same time. It's just to what degree. Most of your excuses are factually true. Yeah, you have that injury that makes it difficult. Yeah, your work, it's unpredictable with the schedule. But all these things, even when we acknowledge, yeah, that's true, it does hurt when you do that, or sometimes you can't train when you'd like to. Next step is, okay, does this mean that you can't do it at all? Does this mean that you can't do it at all? Or do you see the option? My grip hurts. Maybe I'll use straps so I can keep growing the big muscles as I rehabilitate my grip, for instance. Or, I couldn't work out then, but you know what? I do have time in the evening. It's just different, and I'd prefer to do it earlier in the day. But if I do it then, I'll still get in the workout and I miss nothing. You see that you can have the positive perspective on everything, but all these guys, they come to me and always tell me, they want me to know that they know a lot. Yeah, I watched a lot of your videos. Yeah, I know this and that and that. And when I say stuff, it's already, but I already know that kind of thing. But it's like, be fucking humble and shut the fuck up. You're coming to me for a reason, and I don't care that you know all this information, that you have all these words in your head that you heard from me or someone else. Okay, now it's time to do with that. And not the if, ands, or buts. Yeah, those we take into consideration, so we know, okay, we have to make this adjustment. Okay, this thing wouldn't work for you. Okay, this thing that would be more optimal, it's not a choice right now, so we do the second most optimal thing. And then just fucking do. That's what I help you do. I help you do. And then, again, I want to, stress the fact that, of course, as you are going and you're actually getting the stuff right, you're actually on point with your diet for the most part, you get your workouts in, you train hard, then it's time to discuss the details with that, which I am good at too, at contributing. But it's like, what's lacking in most people, just getting a decent physique, like a physique that most people would enjoy, low enough body fat that they're defined, but enough muscle mass to look athletic and strong. You don't need, to be honest, to know everything so fucking great. You just have to be consistent enough. You have to do the thing too, not just read about the thing, just not think about the thing, and not compare to, I can't do the most optimal thing because this and that, this aspect about me keeps me from this, and sla-di-da-di-da. I have to tackle these things all the time too. It's like, I have client calls today. I can't train when I usually do it. Well, I do have the client calls. And then I train later. And, I had this thing coming up. I won't be able to eat exactly what I want. I'll probably eat more. Well, I have a smaller meal before, or I fast before, and then it's taken care of. That you can always, instead of seeing the excuse for why it's not possible, you can just see the possibility you have instead now. So I guess this is just a little random rant, and I will have many just things I said during this video make me think of standalone videos. You can always, of course, dissect even the mental game of this all. You can take out each and every little part. But in this video, I because I've seen it so much, both like new clients that I take on, but just, friends that I have that finally come to me and ask for advice, or just other people I know in my life. It's this same trait that almost all of them, they know enough and they are kind of self-aware enough. They're just like, I don't really understand what's missing. Tell me what's missing to you, because I can tell you have the thing that's missing. And look, that's why I will always take my time, whether it's a client or not, and spend some time on this person, because I see the potential. I see the want. They see the right thing in me that they want, and I see the self-awareness enough that they know they are able to do this and that they should be able to do this. And then it's just the rest, because with the self-awareness, you can spin it. When you find this negative perspective of everything, for example, it could be like, I'm just looking out for the risk, I'm just analytical. But it's like, I had this conversation with one guy. If you're watching, you know it's you. But we were discussing things, and I felt like I was always, with whatever situation he presented, I tried to be like, but you can do this, you know. I always had a positive spin, and he's never interested in my answer, really. He just kind of wants to pick it apart even further. And so we all, the conversation ends up at many points, and I'm just quiet, like, okay, you don't want to solve the problem. That problem is just there, and you won't solve it. So it's you see, when you're analytical like that, you can also that can be true while you're using that as an excuse to come up with excuses why it's not possible. I analyzed it, it's not possible. Well, you can use your analytical property there and come up with alternatives to do the way to see the possibilities. So we end the video here, guys. You said, a few of you, that you like the more inspirational mindset kind of videos, so we'll do more of those. And yeah, I'll just end it here and do more of these later. So please leave a comment, guys. What do you think? Do you also know that you really know everything you gotta do, but you just lack the ability to take responsibility and just blame things outside of yourself like a little pussy? Well, comment and tell me. And please like. All comments and likes help support the channel, so it's very much appreciated. Please subscribe for more content about fitness, fasting, losing weight, building muscle, self-improvement, stoicism, philosophy, uncommon sense takes on life. Okay, guys, I will see you later. Peace.